So hello, this is Juliet Gastador Maramara from BZ Math 3, and for today we are tasked with finding the critical points for the rational function. So here's the given equation. R of W is equals to W squared plus 1 over W squared minus W minus 6. So to find critical points, we need to find where the derivative of the function is either 0 or undefined. A point is considered a critical point if the derivative is 0 or undefined, and the function itself exists at that point. So for step 1, we need to find the derivative of the function. So using the quotient rule, which states that the derivative of f over g is equals to the derivative of f times g minus f times the derivative of g over g squared. And applying this to r of w, we get the derivative. So the derivative of r of w is equals to negative w squared minus 14w plus 1 over w squared minus w minus 6 raised to the power of 2. So this simplifies our task to analyze the numerator and denominator separately. So for step 2, we need to find where the derivative does not exist. And the derivative will not exist if the denominator is 0, and which would cause division by 0. And to solve for these points, we set the denominator equal to 0. So here's the equation. W squared minus W minus 6 is equals to 0. And to factor this out, we get W minus 3 times W plus 2 is equals to 0. So solving for W, we need to find that the derivative does not exist at W is equals to 3 and W is equals to negative 2. But however, these points are not critical points because the original function of r of w does not exist at this value of w. So therefore, w is equals to 3 and w is equals to negative 2 are not critical points. So for step 3, we need to find where the derivative is 0. So now we solve for the points where the derivative is 0. And this happens when the numerator is 0. So here's the equation. Negative w squared minus 14w plus 1 is equals to 0. And to solve this, we need to use the quadratic formula. So the quadratic formula is w is equals to minus negative 14, positive and negative, the square root of negative 14 squared minus 4 times 1 and times negative 1 all over 2 times 1. So to simplify, w is equals to 14 negative and positive, the square root of 196 plus 4 over 2, and equals to 14 positive and negative 200 and over 2. And the w is equals to 14 positive and negative 10, the square root of 2, all over 2, and equals to 7 and positive and negative 5, square root of 2. So the two solutions are, the first is w is equals to 7 plus 5 square root of 2, and the second one is that w is equals to 7 minus 5 square root of 2. So these are the points where the derivative is 0, meaning they are critical points. And for conclusion, so we have determined the critical points for the function of r of w, that was w is equals to 7 plus 5 square root of 2, and w is equals to 7 minus 5 square root of 2. And the points of w is equals to 3 and w is equals to negative 2 are not critical points. because the function does not exist at these values. And that's ends of my task. So thank you so much for listening.